So, the new update was supposed to drop today in DML for all platforms. As of right now, it seems like both Android and Windows are waiting on the update, so it's only iOS that has it. But this update is going to bring major changes to the Ruin system in-game. It's also going to bring Halloween stuff and a couple of bug fixes. But primarily today we are going to be going through the changes to Ruins, and they've called it Ruins Revamped, details on the new exploration system. So they have the full forum post, which we will go through, but they do also have a quick sort of teaser video, and I guess for any of us that are still waiting on the update, then at least we get to see it in action. In this screeny right here, you'll see that there's an easy chest, a medium chest, and a hard chest, and you get to choose which one you want to explore for, essentially. And having those random dragons that you had to level up to level 30 is no longer the case. It's very different. Do I think that this is a positive thing? Honestly, I'm not even sure. But either way, we will watch this and go through it together, and then we'll go through the forum post. So, the ruins, of course, are all in the same place as usual, but there is going to be a special screen where all of the chests are going to appear in the same place. So you'll see a new menu keeps all your explorations in one place. So we've got Mystic Cave, Ghost Ship, Wildfire, and you can see all of them on this one sort of exploration menu, and you can see how many of the Chronos Shard things you need or you already have. So you no longer need specific dragons to explore. Tap on the slots to select dragons manually, and you'll see that it shows here that you need to use a level 18 plus uncommon or above, and the game can also autofill those options for you. So dragons with the right level and rarity are chosen. You can see it picked a few random ones, and now every room will have the same 3 chests. Easy chests take longer and award less treasure, but require less powerful dragons than hard chests. And so here you'll see that the easy one requires a level 6 plus common, and the reward for that is 10 Ruin XP, whereas the hard one requires level 10 plus dragons at uncommon or above, and that one gives 20, and the easy chest takes 8 hours, medium takes 7, and the hard chest takes 6. So that's something to keep in mind. You'll also earn Ruin XP for completing explorations, and as your Ruin levels up, you'll earn extra rewards. So you do actually have upgrades to Ruins, which is going to be interesting, and higher level Ruins need more powerful dragons. This has been a point of contention so far from what I've seen, because you'd expect, like, what, level 20? Level 40 even, maybe, if we're pushing it? No, we're talking level 100, and I'm not joking. So level 1 Ruins and max level Ruins. So you'll see that at max level this is this Ruin, which almost looks like the ship to me, but it says, yeah, it is the board, the stern, and the deck. So at its easiest chest, that would require level 55 plus rare or above dragons to go for that chest, and then the hard one would require level 75 plus legendary rarity dragons or above to go for the hard chest. And as it's a max level, you can also get 30 Ruin XP. So, and we'll host special events for even more rewards, and you'll see that apparently after 23 explorations, I believe that is, then you'll get a guaranteed treasure, which looks like the weekly jackpot. And I guess this is a cool thing that they're potentially going to start adding here, which gives dragon pieces, which you could throw some divine pieces in there for people. You know, I wouldn't complain, especially considering some of the requirements for this. But have fun exploring trainers, and that's pretty much all that they give us. So the main thing is that we will have special events, which aren't going to be out straight away. Only certain players get to beta test those, but the thing I'm most worried about is this leveling up of the ruins, because again, level 1 ruins, that's nice and fine. Level 13 dragons, easy peasy. But at max level 75 plus, that's kind of extreme. And this is sort of repeated in the forums as well. So Adam sort of responded to a few people and said, the idea of the new system is to allow players to use any of their dragons, so at a higher exploration level, you'll be expected to use high-level dragons. Chances are you will already have some that would be suitable. However, to answer your question more directly, at level 11, Magma's Lair will require 3 70+ rare or greater dragons for the easy chest. That's the easiest one. 85+ epic or greater for medium, and level 100 legendary or greater for the hard chest. By comparison, the Mystic Cave will require level 53+ uncommons or greater, and then up to level 73+ epics or higher for hard. So, you know all those people that for years have harped on about, you can use any dragons you want, I use lots of commons because, you know, I can use commons if I want. You can use commons if you want, but you're gonna feel pretty bad right now, considering that we need to use, in some cases, legendaries or above just to get some rune chests. To me, this seems like a gigantic nerf to this entire system. Maybe I'll be surprised when we actually get to try it out, but this is pretty extreme. Like, why do we need our max level dragons to use those just to go for the hard chest? It doesn't make any sense. Yeah, we can use any dragons that we have, but how many level 100 dragons does a person have? And, you know, if we can search in every single ruin, but it takes 6 hours and it requires us to go for the hard chest, that would mean that we'd need 3 legendaries or above at level 100 to go and search in every single ruin. So that's 3 times level 100 for every single ruin. Or am I missing something? Whereas before, at least it was capped at level 30, and we knew what the dragons were, so we knew that we could use them for upgrading temples early on and things like that. Now we don't have that. So yeah, call me a skeptic, I'm really not feeling confident about this at all. It's like, rather than fix the actual issues with ruins, is that they don't really give a lot of reward, and they were really annoying, we're still going to be logging in every 6 hours for every 6 ruin or every single ruin anyway. If anything, this has made us log in more. I'm really confused about this entire update. Honestly, I don't understand the reasoning. Again, I hope that I'm wrong. I'm always one to try out things first before I get into it, but this sounds like it's not going to fit the purpose that it was apparently designed for. So, it's the fact that they explicitly said we want to reduce the time it takes to interact with exploration on a regular basis while also making the whole feature simpler to use, easier to understand, and more rewarding. But we'll be logging in more frequently because, like Magma's Lair and the higher tier ruins at the moment, you know, you leave them for a full day. But now we're going to have to log in every 6 hours for every single ruin. And plus, people have pointed out the fact that Mystic Cave right now, it has a 1 hour timer, which is really good for clan quests, because right now we've got clan stuff going on, for example, and explore ruins. Say you've used up all your ruins because you've collected the stuff, then you can go and explore, hit start, and then come back in an hour, and you'll have one ready. But we can't do that now. So, unless they're going to change every clan event, and, you know, anything that incorporates the ruins in general, this is just going to screw over everything. I don't know, I feel like I'm being really negative here, so I'm going to stop. I'm just going to read the rest of these update notes while we're here. So, tapping on any of the ruins in the Dragonlandia archipelago will open up the new exploration menu screen from where you can immediately access any of the 6 ruins. This I kind of like. I do like the fact that we have a whole menu for it. But again, that's just a slight feel-good thing. So, ruin exploration. The big changes with the exploration itself. Previously, if you wanted a 100% chance to open a chest, then you needed to always choose the correct trio of specific dragons to send out on an exploration. Now, however, we have simplified the process by making you use level 100s in every ruin. Okay, not quite. Every ruin will come with the same 3 chests of different difficulties, easy, medium, or hard, and it doesn't matter which dragons are from your flight, are sent away for treasure, they'll always come back with a reward. Every ruin offers the same rewards. An easy ruin chest in the Mystic Cave takes the same time and will award you with the same treasure as an easy ruin chest in Magma's Lair. It is the difficulty of the chest that affects the amount of treasure you'll find, and while harder chests do require more powerful dragons, they also take less time to complete. So, the ruins offer the exact same rewards, yet they require higher tiers of dragon. Also not making sense to me. There's no longer any need to choose specific dragons to go exploring. Each chest will tell you what level and what rarity your trio of explorers will need to be. This removes a lot of the randomness of the previous exploration system, as well as ultimately increasing the number of rewards you can claim each day. Only if you've got a gigantic flight of evenly leveled dragons, however. So, Ruin Exploration level. As you collect chests, you'll also earn Ruin XP, allowing you to increase the overall level of your ruins. By leveling up, you'll increase the gold and food you can collect from each ruin chest by a percentage based on your level, as well as add additional gems to the amount found, if you're lucky enough to find gems within a ruin chest. However, increasing your Ruin Exploration level also increases the required strength for each chest. Initially, you'll only need common and uncommons around level 10, but later on you'll need dragons of legendary or greater rarity. Not going to mention level 100 in there. Since there are no specific dragons required, however, your fighting team of dragons will be able to take part in explorations. And then they talk about the special exploration events, so these are going to run from time to time. One of these is the Jackpot Event, which adds in an additional prize available as a potential reward each time you open a chest. Just open chests, and if you're lucky you'll have the chance to collect some special bonus prize. So every chest you've got the chance, but it's guaranteed after a set amount. So this is going to be just like the dungeon, how the actual set reward is going to be impossible, or close to it. Or they're going to make it as difficult as they can. So the only way to do it is if you speed them up. Fantastic. The other is the Guaranteed Treasure Event, which provides a series of prizes available as milestone rewards. Open chests and collect Ruin XP to progress through the milestone tiers and collect the prizes before the timer runs out. Well, we will begin these events with a small percentage of players next week, testing each of them individually in 2 small groups to ensure that they're working. I like this because we're finally getting proper beta testing, and it's actually announced, thank gosh. For those who do not take part in these limited tests will have an opportunity to take part and claim the prizes made available during these events at a later date. So everything else is exactly the same. Chronos has been unchanged, and the runes you have already collected will still remain. Runes can still be found in these chests and will still add towards unlocking or enhancing Chronos' time-shifting ability. So, this 6-hour time skip is going to be exactly the same. The only thing that's different is that now when we go to, you know, the ruins, see, this is the old system still because it hasn't actually come out on Windows, even though it was meant to 3 hours ago, or at least 3 hours ago. But we collect from this, and then it asks us for level 30 dragons, and we've got all 3 of those prepared. Because there's only a set pool of dragons that after a long time of you playing through DML, you'll end up having all of them available to you. All leveled up to level 30, and every single time you put something in to explore, you'll have the 3 available. And the thing is, VIP players at the moment have refreshers available, which I don't really like the fact that VIP players got such an advantage in the ruin exploration, so I'm glad that that's sort of being removed. But at the same time, it's like, I leveled up all of these dragons to level 30. We know that there's only a set pool of dragons, and they're all at level 30. Except now it's all going to be completely out of whack, and it's going to be based off of the ruin level that we're going into. And again, the fact that we, for some of the ruins, are going to have to use legendaries at level 100, and that's going to require 3 dragons in those ruins. We don't have that many level 100 maxed out dragons, or what's the next one going to be? Because one of them is level 75 plus. if you have a bunch of level 100 dragons, you're not actually going to have that many level 75 plus dragons. Maybe you'll have a couple for enchantment breeding, because obviously enchantment breeding is sort of a pain, but who just has a lot of random level 75 plus dragons? They don't. Pretty much no one does. I'm just very baffled by these changes. And again, at the same time, we've got these mini... I call these mini ruins at the moment because we've got like a 1 hour timer, another short timer, another relatively short timer. Although this is still 6 hours, which is still 4 collects a day. And this is the amount of time it's going to take for those hard chests. But at the same time, at the moment, we've got the choice of having the shorter chests. And the bonus of the other ruins is that this one takes 12 hours, this one takes like 18 hours, and then Magma's Lair takes over a day. So you only have to check it once a day, if not more than, or less. I was going to say more over once a day, but that doesn't actually make any sense. Less than once a day. But in this new system, every single ruin is going to take 6 hours. So we've got a 6 hour cooldown, we've got a 6 hour cooldown, we've got a 6 hour cooldown, a 6 hour cool... Is this really supposed to reduce the amount of time that we're actually in game? Because this just looks to me like it's going to increase the amount of time that we're in game. Unless we just don't bother with it, because at this point it's like we've got so many 6 hour timers in game. Think about it. We've got the dungeon going off, we have all castle events and all Dragon's Delight events working on 6 hour timers. Then we've got clan events where they work off of usually 2 hour timers or roughly about that, which works out at about a 6 hour timer after a couple of refreshers. How many 6 hour timers do we need in this game? Like, seriously, it's like, what, you're trying to keep everything at the same time? But if someone can't log in every 6 hours, then they get sort of screwed over. I don't know. I'm feeling like a negative Nancy. And I'm sure people will be like, you gotta play the update first. Yeah, I'm waiting for it. It's not out yet, but I can't see the reasoning behind these changes. I know that for players that are just trying to get all their dragons up to exploration level, it will probably feel slightly better for them, but then in the long term I feel like this is just going to feel a hell of a lot more painful, and I'm not a fan. I'm just going to say it right now, I do not like these changes, and I think that we could have done something a hell of a lot better that actually fixes the issues with these taking too much time, without actually making them take more time in the process. I'm really confused. Again, if I'm wrong, I will more than happily admit to the fact that I am wrong, but I just can't understand it right now. As in, it makes sense, I understand how it works, but I don't understand why it's a thing. But anyway, those are my thoughts for now. Let me know what you think. If you think I'm an idiot, fine, go ahead, shout at me. But I don't think this is the right direction. I'm just going to say it. I don't think these are the changes that we need. I think we need to actually reduce the amount of time spent in game. Like, dungeon takes far too long when you've got a team like mine that can just keep itself alive. It just takes forever. It's boring. It's annoying. I don't want to do it. Castle events, these 6 hour timers need to go. The 6 hour timers are the issue with this game, and we keep adding more in. This is just making me want to play less and less. There's so many things I could complain about. Clan events are boring, repetitive, tedious. You know what? I'm just gonna go for now. Have fun. I'm gonna keep enjoying Chronos time skip, but I think that's about it.